Okay, this is John Buckner with Farm Journal Media, and we're down here in New Madrid, Missouri, down in the Delta. And who I have here with me, would you all like to introduce yourselves right quick?
I'm Riley James from New Madrid, Missouri.
Sam Atwell, I'm with the University of Missouri Extension.
Robert Henry, Merchant Seed.
Perfect. Could you tell us a little bit about the history of this particular field growing these fantastic beans?
This field is historically a cotton field. It's probably been in a cotton field for at least 10 or 12 years, so this will be the first year it's had soybeans on it, at least that period of time.
And the soil here is a commerce fine sandy loam soil for normally grown for cotton and corn, but you can see we've got a great soybean crop here because it's a really what we call a beautiful deep soil that allows for deep root systems.
Okay, and Robert, what makes this plant here so particular?
This plant in particular, the nodes are about an inch apart, and the pods are almost touching the next set of pods on the next node. That's the way it was bred, and just a terrific plant.
And what do you think your yields will be out here?
The yield on these could be 70 or 80 bushel.
Okay, and we should say this is irrigated beans, right?
This is irrigated beans, yes.
Okay.
Ideal conditions.
And when were they planted? Roughly?
20th of May.
Okay. And you're looking at harvest of down here in the boot heel?
He's probably looking at October the 15th or 20th.
Okay. And Robert, you were talking a little bit about the number of pods and what's going to be dropped off eventually, or looking at the yields. What exactly?
Talking 3 and. Well, we've got about 50% of the pods on this particular plant, and it'll be on all of the plants in this field, are 2-bean pods, and then about 30 to 40% are 3-bean pods, and then the balance of them are 1-bean pods. They're a huge bean. They're going to range 24 to 2,500 seed count in a pound, so it's extremely large, and that's where the yield's going to come in. What amazed all of us is by the beans being so old and kept, they were growing just a little bit, 2 or 3 acres of them every year, and how good a yielders they were, the first beans out of the chute for the Liberty Link people, Bayer. And I mean, I talked to some of the breeders, and they're saying that, we've just scratched the surface. When another 2 or 3 years, we're going to see some beans that's blowing all of these away.
What is this variety?
This is a 5-1. It's called an Olympus.
And it was ready when?
They were actually ready to be marketed in 1996, the year Roundup came out. But Roundup was so great, and they just set them back on the shelf. And people in northern Missouri, in fact, people that were growing seed for us, were actually growing seed supply for them to keep the test plots and stuff up and running. But several of our varieties that we're planting today are old beans.
Yes, sir. This is your typical flood row irrigation. So the plants are planted on a 38-inch bed. The land is precision leveled to a 1 1/3 tenth slope. So you have a poly pipe laid out across the what we call the crown of the field, the high end of the field, and irrigated one end to the other. Here, and we started hearing water run, and what it is down at the well, the other side of the farm was being watered, and now the solar powered gate valve has now turned the water to this side of the field to more efficiently irrigate the field by putting some water down, letting it seal over, irrigating the other side of the field, and then switching back so that you can get the water through the entire field in a more efficient manner and at the same time saving water.
You make about 80 bushel and he don't want you planting cotton there no more.
What, I bet that don't matter. I bet him that